warrior is only as good as the strength and edge of his blade. All swords were weapons of war and were designed for two basic movements, the cut and the thrust. It is a common myth that swords were heavy, cumbersome weapons used only by towering knights. A fine European blade, properly sharpened, can pass even the most rigid of cutting tests. It is a misconception that only Asian katanas can achieve a deadly and effective cut. Medieval swords were light, agile fighting weapons, capable of delivering dismembering cuts or cleaving deep cavities into a body. Even though most single-handed swords weighed less than 3 pounds, the devastating effect was just as deadly. A good sword is well balanced and feels good in your hand. Though rigid, a sword must possess the ability to be flexible and resilient and snap back to true. This is what is necessary in order for it to perform a seamless cut. A sword was able to cut through a normal wooden shield. The chopping power of a good blade was only limited to the arm that wielded it. A standard half-inch thick shield could eventually be chopped down to splinters. However, during a battle, a warrior would also have to be careful not to get his blade stuck, thus risking the chance of losing his sword. A wooden 2x4 is our target to demonstrate the tremendous chopping ability of the sword. Even this seasoned lumber is no match for a sharpened blade and a good arm. Other than some minor scratches to the blade surface, the cutting edge remains firm and sharp. This same cutting and chopping was never more effective and deadly, especially when coming directly in contact with an unprotected warrior. The trunk of this small pine tree represents the similar thickness of an adult's femur bone, which is found in the upper thigh region of the leg. With one swift, unyielding slice, the tree is brought down, much like a foot soldier in battle. This type of cut was quite deadly, especially on an ancient battlefield with no medical aid. Many recent unearthed mass grave sites of medieval battles show that the soldiers that died in these battles suffered devastating injuries similar to this from a variety of weapons. For even steel mail, the state-of-the-art armor for over 1,000 years, fell victim to the might of the sword. The sharpened blade would not only cut the links of the protective mail, but subsequently also inflict similar injuries to its wearer. Not until the invention of full-plate armor did a warrior stand a better chance of surviving a cutting blow.
Every time you hold your sword in your hand, it is like holding a piece of history. The clash of arms, the glory, the chivalry, the romance will all live again when you grip your sword. A sword that was forged in the heat of battle.